up, everyone, and welcome to The Expanse. We're going to talk some Marvel Cinematic Universe news today on two fronts, actually. I want to discuss the Infinity War trailer that came out on March the 16th, and I also want to have a discussion on the Black Panther as well. Okay, so here we go. The Infinity War trailer that dropped again on the 16th, I believe, of March. It was one incredible trailer. It was like so well received. I believe it set internet records for the most viewed trailer in X amount of time. But just a typical Marvel studio like setup. I mean, showed a lot of things that whet your appetite, but not too much to ruin the movie. But with Marvel's history, they can show you 10, 20 TV spots, and you go in there and you still enjoy everything so thoroughly. Okay, so we said the Infinity War trailer number 2 set internet records, right? But it also broke box office records for advanced ticket sales. And the thing that makes it so ironic was the predecessor who set that record prior to Infinity War breaking it was just Black Panther. Black Panther had set the record, the previous record, and Black Panther had broke another. I think it was Star Wars Black Panther broke. Well, anyway, Black Panther sets the new record for advanced ticket sales in a 24-hour period. And then this Infinity War movie that's upcoming after that trailer came out, that movie broke the advanced ticket sales of Black Panther, and get this, in 6 hours. Black Panther established that record over a 24-hour period. Infinity War came and broke it in 6 hours. So, if that's any type of projection of what this movie is going to do, it's going to be like such a cash cow. It's going to be incredible. Okay, the trailer. We're going to touch base a little bit about it. The trailer looked incredible. It showed Thanos and a few scenes with his battle armor. It showed Thanos also with it showed Gamora as a kid, and you always wondered, okay, she was raised by Thanos. Her and Nebula was raised by Thanos. It would have been good to visualize that. This trailer even showed that with a young Gamora grabbing Thanos' hand, and he's in full battle armor regalia. So it was looking good. It was also showing Iron Man with his new bleeding edge type of technological armor. And it was showing him morphing, his legs morphing into like rocket boosters. So that was actually great. It also gave us a look at the Black Order, and they look fabulous too. I don't think we ever seen them all lined up in a still photo before. And they look great. It was showing Corvus Glaive. It showed Proxima Midnight. It showed Black Dwarf or Coal Obsidian for the purpose of this movie. And it also showed Ebony Maw. They also showed another picture of Ebony Maw, who's like a psychic and a sorcerer himself, but more geared towards psychic. That he had Doctor Strange in some kind of, I don't know whether it was a mystical or psychological bondage, and he was like torturing Doctor Strange. So it looked incredible. So the whole trailer just looked like, oh man, it was just off the chain. It was just incredible. It also gave some hints that the third act will be, and it had leaked previous to the second trailer. It had already leaked that the third act was going to be in Wakanda. It showed evidence of that. It also showed a battle. Some of the battle on Titan, but it was just well done. Again, it whet your appetite. It showed you other things without showing you a lot, which is just prototypical for Marvel to do things like that. But what a great looking trailer. I mean, and it has everybody so hyped. Coming off the heels of Black Panther, just has everyone so hyped. Okay, every scene that showed Thanos, it had Thanos at the advantage. I mean, one scene he's crushing Thor's head. Another scene Iron Man looks like he was engaging him in the first video. You seen image of him punching Iron Man. So Iron Man looked like he's beat. His armor is not formulating on him. You seen in the first trailer how he choke slammed Spider-Man. He just seemed like he just has them at his total. He's at the total advantage of all of them. And if anyone knows him from the canon source, then they would know that he is basically just unbeatable. I mean, unbeatable. If he didn't have the Infinity Stones, they wouldn't stand a chance on beating Thanos. So it was just looking, and he was just like on top of them. And every scene he was in, he had the advantage. He had one scene that I thought was the most chilling scene in the entire second trailer, when I think it was Iron Man, and he had told Iron Man that, you know, I hope they remember you. And he said it almost like as an afterthought, like, I'm going to kill you now, but I hope that they honor you because you really acquitted yourself well, so I hope they remember you. Could that possibly been, you know, forecasting the end of Iron Man? You don't know. But anyone who knows the Infinity War storyline, and I'm one who have read the Infinity Gauntlet, you know that their cause, this is basically a hopeless cause for them. Even though you're wanting the best, you are not expecting it to turn out so well. So we'll see how it goes with the heroes. And the thing that makes it so gripping is you have invested in these guys for all of this time, and then to see these guys go down like this is going to be very emotional. I think I had a video that I made before, and I had mentioned that I'm probably going to take a box of Kleenex in there because I'm sure it's going to be so emotional. It's going to inspire me to tears, I'm sure. Well, anyway, can that scene possibly be the end of, you know, Tony, Iron Man right there? You know, I hope they remember you. And it shows another picture of him lunging, and then it splits the screen. Not split the screen, it just splits the scene. Because he's lunging at Iron Man, and it looks like that battle's on Titan. And the next scene, it shows he's reaching out to grab Cap. And Cap seems like he's holding his hand back. And boy, did the Marvel fandom geeks go crazy when they saw that. They were like, oh my God, how can he hold Thanos' hand? How can he possibly stop Thanos' hand? When everybody knows that when it comes to strength, Thanos is probably on a par with Hulk as far as raw strength. So of course he's much stronger than physically stronger than Cap. If it had been Thor sort of holding his hand back for a moment, you could have understood that a little bit more. But when I looked at the video, I almost see it seems like Cap is not actually trying to stop his hand as much as he's trying to take the gauntlet off of him. So I would encourage everyone to look at it again and correct me if I'm wrong. It looks like Cap is trying to take the gauntlet off of him, not so much trying to stop his hand, but we'll see. And that looked like that can possibly be the end scene of Cap. Kevin Feige and Marvel Studios head honchos have already said that this is going to be the culmination. This is going to be, in MCU lore, it's going to be before Infinity War and after Infinity War. Like, it's going to be two stories where that whole slate is going to be wiped out, and you're going to lose a lot of these characters. And the person that's going to cause the loss, that's who's going to expedite the loss of these characters, is, of course, is going to be Thanos. I'm sure a lot of them are going to, they're going to perish, and that's just the way it's going to be. Well, anyway, let me know what you think, and get in touch with me, hook up with me, and let me know what you think. I believe Cap is not trying to stop his hand as much as he's gripping it and trying to take the gauntlet off of Thanos. So, we'll see. Okay, in other news, I want to talk about the Black Panther. I mean, that is doing absolutely crazy. I looked at Box Office Mojo today, and Black Panther today is at 1.202 billion. 1.202 billion, and like it was the #1 movie this past week too. So it was the #1 movie in theaters, at least in the domestic box office, for 5 straight weeks. 5 straight weeks of being #1. And next week, I'm sure it'll probably pass the #1 domestic box office haul of all time. And that belongs to The Avengers at 623 million. Black Panther is over 6 million now, so that record is going to fall. Black Panther soon will be the #1 superhero box office movie in American history. But that's going to be short-lived too, and we'll talk about that in just a second. Okay, so Black Panther is currently sitting at 1.202 billion. Okay, so let's look at the list as far as and we know that Black Panther is the 5th induction in the billion-dollar club for the MCU, the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So we have Black Panther at 1.202. We have Iron Man 3 at 1.215. So next week, maybe at the end before this week is out, it'll beat that. It has what, 13 million to go before it catches Iron Man 3. So the top money makers of the MCU will be #1. It'll be the Avengers at 1.5 billion. Age of Ultron is #2 at 1.4. Iron Man 3 is #3 at 1.2, soon to be passed by Black Panther. Black Panther is currently at 1.202. And then we have Civil War at 1.132, I believe. So those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, $5 billion movies of Marvel, of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And I think they've made a total of 18. I think Infinity War will be 19. Well, look at this. Infinity War, we talked about it. It broke, when Black Panther set that 24-hour record as far as advanced ticket sales, and Black Panther had beat Civil War, it gave a pretty firm indication that Black Panther was going to be a billion-dollar movie. Here is the Infinity War breaking Black Panther's advanced ticket sales that it took Black Panther 24 hours to do in 6 hours. So I'm looking at, the Avengers Infinity War is going to push $2 billion. It's going to push $2 billion. I personally believe it'll fall somewhere between 1.8 billion and or just go over 2 billion. But it is going to be very, if it doesn't hit 2 billion, it's going to be very, very close. And imagine how that's going to be for Marvel. Your last two, let's say your last 3 movies. Thor Ragnarok made 860 something million itself. Then you followed up with Black Panther, which when all is said and done will end up at about 1.3 billion. And now you're going to have the Infinity War, which is going to also make it may top 2 billion. I think at the lowest it's going to be 1.8. But it's going to definitely push 2 billion. So Marvel is like riding a high that it's just unstoppable. And the thing is, they did it and they earned it because their movies are always of quality. They're well done. They listen to what the fans want and they try to deliver what the fans want. Unlike other studios that just give you what they want to give you, Marvel has that pedigree of doing it that way. So listen, I just wanted to drop these things on you real quick. I'm sorry I've been away for a few days. I've just been very busy and I didn't get a chance to react to the Infinity War trailer initially. And by the time I had some time to react to it, I figured everybody and his mother had reacted to it now, so I would just discuss it a bit. So listen, thanks again. Thanks for tuning in to The Expanse. This is T, and I will see you again soon, God willing. All right, peace out.